Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Writer Life Institute. My name is Alicia, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, I welcome you to click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when I post a new video. I want to talk to you today about the dumper. It's not always wrong to leave the dumpee. And I want to change a bit those names because I don't like the name dumpers and dumpee, especially dumpee sound like a bit like a puppy, so it's not very good. But the person that left and broke up the relationship, the person that broke up with you, is not always wrong to do so. And I really wanted to talk about this because I look all over the internet and all I could find on an article and on YouTube and videos and every platform was victimization toward the dumper. Not a single sympathy for the dumper. Now how interesting is this? Because before someone leave a relationship and they casually or passionately talk about a problem in their relationship, the advice they get often and fast, I would say, is just move on, just break up, this is not working, this is not right, and if that was me, I would break up. But then when you break up, you don't get any sympathy. They can be online or in real life, I must say. Somehow the dumpee, the person that you left, is getting uploaded and supported by everyone. So I'm not saying there are people that doesn't break up with people, because they don't care, they are player, they don't have really any feeling or real interest. But I'm pretty sure that this is not the case for people that have been in a long-term relationship with someone. Myself included, I recently ended a relationship, and I must say that I was not very happy in the relationship. I discovered some very negative things that I did not experience before with other partner that I had. And those things was my partner didn't respect me. I did not feel my partner respected me. I did not feel my partner wanted to talk to me. So when we had a problem, and to open discussion so we can find a solution, because the truth is no relationship are completely immune of problems, but it is how you deal with it that matter. But how can you continue a relationship when you cannot communicate with your partner, especially when their behavior is causing you pain, is causing you anxiety, is causing you to want to pull away from the relationship? So there are a lot of things happening out there, but why is it that so many advice are directed to help the dumpee, but there is no sympathy for the dumper? I hear and found something called the dumper remorse. Yes, it is true. I myself suffer this, but I balance things. I looked, okay, I suffer with this person because of the behavior. Yes, I have remorse because I broke up with someone that I still love. I didn't want to break up, but I am not respected. I'm not being heard. and the behavior is bringing me a lot of pain. To be in a relationship with someone, you need some level of trust, respect, and maturity, I must say. There's so many people enter a relationship and it's like they enter it with sitting on the sofa already, and you have this other person running around trying to serve them, because love is a service. You have to be ready to serve the best interests of this person. For all level, can be supporting them when they need to talk, advising them the best you can when they need it, be there for them mentally, physically, and financially, most the case. But many people think this is all to them. This is all to them, all of this that the other partner are giving, this is all to them. Maybe because they're used to receive, but they are not used to give. So you have a partner that is giving, and the other that is taking, but is taking with no appreciation and taking this person for granted, to the point that this partner is drained out. They are drained out. And then you are getting to this situation where you want to talk, you have enough, you really want to talk, not to break up, but to resolve the situation. And this partner do not want to talk and do not want to validate how you feel. So they keep ignoring you and neglecting you and continue doing whatever it is good for them. And they basically do not care what is good for you. So what do? You leave. Because you also are a person that deserves the best and deserve love, deserve somebody that work as hard for you than you do for them. You deserve to have a partner that make you feel safe, that make you feel validated, that protect you. Especially when you're a woman, this protection that us women need from a man is really important. To feel understood, to feeling that the other person is adding value to our life as well that we do for them. And yes, when the person doesn't do that, you are in all your right to give it a last try by trying to talk about it so you can find a solution, because this is not going to be the first and the last problem. But it can be the last discussion that you have, because if you cannot discuss anything with this person, you cannot find solution and you cannot move forward, and you cannot stay all your life stuck in a situation where you're receiving nothing. So yeah, you break up with them. So dumpers, and I hope they are genuine dumpers that don't dump people for fun. That you are dumping somebody, you leaving somebody because you generally do not feel that this relationship, this connection of this person is providing you the love, the environment that you need to grow for yourself, because you need to grow. You need to be in a place and where you're celebrated than being tolerated or being ignored. So you have those people that advise those so-called dumpee, the poor victimized dumpee, to ignore the dumper, to never contact the dumper again, because they left you. They are the one that broke up with you. This is very interesting, because even myself, when I broke up with my partner, he did not even ask me why I broke up with him. And he came in and crying and saying all kind of things and saying that I broke his heart. So please try to follow me here. I was confused, because it's not because you are breaking up with somebody that you're not suffering. You're suffering greatly. You're suffering to carry the responsibility to live in somebody that you love. And it's like you putting a knife through your own heart and through their heart. So you are in a greater pain, but you're also in a greater pain before you took the decision. It's because you're in pain and not happy and just feeling all kind of emotion, all kind of things in your mind, that you feel that you are forced to leave this person, despite that in your heart you love that person. You don't want to be with somebody else. But how can you not want to be with somebody that treats you better? Be with somebody that you love is one thing, but be with somebody that treats you better, that add value to you, that respect you, that take the time to know you, to make you happy, to plan things with you, to talk with you, to show interest to you. A person that put the maximum effort that they can't into you. Of course, you cannot always do that. There's some days you just don't have the time and want to take care of yourself. You thinking about overthink, because we all have a life. But to constantly only take what another person have to offer to a relationship, and you are just giving them the bad behavior, not wanting to talk, disrespecting them, checking every girl that is around, and causing trust issue, and not helping around at home, and not wanting, looking down to your partners, and never compliment, never take them out, never want to even plan to go to a adventure, to an holiday together. You see your sex life is going down, but still you don't want to talk. So the best is to leave. So I wanted to talk about this, because people out there, the majority that really invested in a relationship, don't just wake up and decide, I'm going to dump this person today, I'm going to break up today, that's going to be the gift I want for Christmas. No. And yes, I do confirm that dumper get remorse, and maybe long before they break up with a person, they suffer greatly. And you have people out there, and that I will talk about that in another video, that neglected the relationship, and then get a great idea and great advice from friends and family and the internet and what else, because the internet is full of articles and video only advising the dumpee how to treat the dumper. And the advice is not kind. The advice is not taking at all consideration that this person that dumped you, that this person that broke up with you, they are suffering, and they be suffering for a long time. That they decided to take more suffering by breaking up with you because they are not happy. So this dumpy person is getting advice like apply no contact on the dumper and never contact them, no, they broke up with you, so they are wrong, whatever it is. And these people go ahead and apply no contact on their partner, or the partner, the dumper, yes, they contact this dumpy, this person they left. And maybe this dumper, the dumpy, have researched way, strategy to I don't know, maybe they want that person back but they don't say it, and because they've been advised to not say it by their friends, by family, by whatever they found, to not show any any feeling, and to we have to punish this dumper, are we must do that, right? And this dumper contact this dumpee, and what the dumpee does, well, being cold, not ignoring the dumper calls, ignoring the dumper contact, putting no contact, and basically getting to a point where they even enjoy to see this dumper running after them, chasing them in their mind, and they feel in power. They feel in power to contact the dumper when they feel like it. So when they feel like it, they go there to get what they need, and then they leave the dumper with nothing, no relationship, no talk, nothing. So if you're a dumper that broke up with someone because you were neglected to the bones, and now out of your heart and pain, I must say, because let's say that the person applied no contact on you, you're in pain. No contact is a strategy that is fuel using pain to get your ex crawling back so they crack, just to say that. So you have this person that come in, they're already in pain, and they get involved with this dumpee that now feel in power and in the right to hurt, to use, to not care. And let's go back to the word use, because some dumpee will feel so right in this new power they discover on the dumper or revenge. They use that person, they sleep with them, and then when the dumper have a little glimpse of hope that maybe this is a sign that they can go back together, then the dumpee take joy and proud and pleasure to put them right in that corner with nothing. And then they will repeat that. Now the relationship is more convenient for them. Because what? They keep this person on the back burner when they are out there doing whatever they want, checking whoever they want. And if you are the dumpee that had a relationship where you were with somebody that was putting minimum effort in the relationship and no respect toward you, and that's why you left them, then you find yourself in a more critical situation of pain with this person that is now decreasing your value, and you realize this person will never value you. They didn't value you when you were with them, and now they are crushing you to be nothing. So my advice to dumper: if you're a good person to your partner and you put a lot of work to them and you love them, and you left them, you left that person that you love, that you care about, that you pass time with, and you broke up with that person, and if you reach out to this person and you see that they are treating you worse than when you were together, it's time to leave it. Don't even apply no contact, because no contact is a strategy that it's really using pain, fear to make somebody run back to you, regret, and they're in pain. That's why they're coming back. They may have realized that who you are and what you give, but You cannot be sure that they're coming back to really want to love you. You don't know that when you're going to be back together and they'll be comfortable again, that they will go back to their old way. Of course, everybody deserves a chance. We human and we people have not been sent to school to learn how to be in a relationship with somebody else, and there are many issues with people. There are mental health, there are personality disorder, there are family unhealthy and toxic history, there are attachment style that can destroy and make it difficult for relationship to develop and to be healthy. So there are really a lot of things out there, and we need to be really empathic and forgive people that make mistakes. It can really happen to all of us, that we do not know what we have until we lose it. But how to make the difference between somebody that deserves a chance, that really realize I did not know what I was doing, how I was treating you, and what I had with you, is how they respond to you when you contact them. And it's not like ignoring them, not taking the call or sleeping with them, and then when they want to talk about what's going on, your response again is, I don't know, I'm confused. But you still want time with that person, you still want sex with that person, you still want support. You basically want what they gave in the relationship out of something that you don't want to define, where you are getting again your benefit from that person. That is not good enough. So if you are the dumper and you see this kind of behavior, you know that this person don't deserve any chance. And chance cannot be multiplied in those situations. Once you break up with somebody and you have this contact, well, the time is short. You give it 1 or 2 chance of a talk, of an action. But if you see that when you try to talk about what's going on, what they want, to try to fix something, and they're vague, they still they don't talk about their feeling with you, they don't talk what they want with you, they're just vague, then you know it's never gonna get better. This person is done with the relationship, and they're never gonna change. Maybe it's possible they change later, but you cannot wait for that. You cannot wait for somebody to change, to live your life. You have your life to live. You deserve the best. You want to be happy. And people that want to be happy cannot wait around for somebody to make up their mind, especially when that person are not giving you anything at all, are not adding any value at all to your life, are not making you smile. So you cannot wait around for this kind of person. Your life is valuable. You don't want to replace them and say they meant nothing. They meant everything. That's why you take into action. They meant everything, but they don't value you. You value in them in those moments more than you value yourself, and that's where you give it a short time to do that. You give it a maximum of 2 try to discuss it after the breakup, if you take contact with them, because you cannot afford to go down more for you. You cannot destroy yourself, your value, your self-esteem, and what you're worth for somebody that doesn't value you, that doesn't know what you bring to the table, that will never do so. So I will advise to everyone out there that had a breakup and that want their partner back, to realize you have two chances. From the moment you have made a contact back to this person, you have two chances. The moment the breakup happened and it's over, what you had is over, you know, and there is a contact that you made contact or they made contact. This is the time to really be clear what you want with that person. If you don't want anything, don't contact back. Because the difference between you and the million and billion of people out there that this person haven't met yet, have not started something with, is you had an history with that person. That doesn't make you stronger. It's not always an advantage to have a history with somebody, especially somebody that you neglected. You have two chances. If you don't talk, if you don't do something to try to start something new, because what you had before didn't work. And that's, you know, I'm a big believer that actually the true relationship really begin when the breakup happened. Because when you meet somebody first time, you don't really talk about what I want, what I don't want, and you realize by staying with somebody that, okay, I love this person, but I don't like this part about them, and I like this part about them. So you actually can begin something better than what you had before. That's what I want to say to everybody. When you break up with somebody, and if you are brave enough to look at the source of the problem in the relationship, then you can see that what went wrong, what you want with that person, what you don't want. And it's a better view than when you start a new relationship. You don't know that person, you don't know really how they are, who they are, and that takes time to know somebody. So you have more clarity what that person that you left, if you want them back, if they want you back, and they want to start something new, to actually start something better that works for both of you. Because both of you now, you're out, you're not attached to anything, and you can really have this honest discussion if you do want to have that. But most people, what they do, I think is based because the advice they get from their friends, family, and everything else they can find is to in your ego would get boosted when when the person that broke up with you contact you. Somehow you're taking pleasure to see, okay, you are now wanting me back, you're now chasing me, you wanted to break up with me, and now it can be true in certain cases, but we must be careful to be real with ourselves and love the man to be real. Because if we play a game and we're not real, then we're gonna get game back. Everybody is hurting, and the dumper is also hurting. Maybe the dumper is hurting more than the dumpee, and sometimes we forgot that, and when we play those games. So I will say to everybody, a great relationship can start right after the breakup happened, right after. And how you treat your partner after you broke up with them, especially if you neglected them, especially if they were good to you, will define. And how you treat your partner will define how your chance to start something with them, with that person. Because if you make the mistake to not realize that your partner is hurting and that's why they left you, and now you applying no contact, you are showing up when you need something, you sleeping with them, and then when they want to talk you don't want to, you say that you don't know what you want, that's just bullshit. You're talking to them about a new person. Your partner sees you're looking for a replacement, or you're done with the relationship. And that is the message you are sending to your partner. Then you are going to lose them. There is nothing that you can do to take them back. Now if you're a man, and I want to say this, if you're a man listening to this, we women, we take time to leave a relationship. But once we made up our mind, nothing that you guys can do can get us back. Yes, women can be, oh, we want a relationship and this and that. But once a woman is done, they're done like a rock just fell in the middle where a river was flowing, and there is no water that can come to the other side where the rock fell. And when she's done, she's done. So try to not push your partner, your lady, your woman, your love to go to that place where she doesn't have any more to give you, really no more. So I would like to end this video and really advising everyone, and to think what kind of advice you're getting out there from the internet, from the from videos, especially from friends and family, because people have their own agenda. And myself, when I go to people before my breakup and I talk about problem, and it can be not such a big problem, the first advice I get is leave him, he's no good, or whatever. But then when I broke up with my partner and go to people, because I was in pain, in greatest pain, and the advice I got was shorter. It was like, move on, forget and move on. So that's what's going on over there. If you need to know who you are, you need to know what you have, and a love story is between two people. And when you lose this person that you think that you don't care or still care for, it is you that losing that person. It's no one else. Most of the time, our friends and family and other people, they don't even know her partner. They maybe have met her partner for 5 minutes, and as soon there's something that is wrong, they're advising just leave them and move on. Of course they mean well because they don't want you to suffer, but sometimes we have not invested and treated our partner as good as we think we did. And sometimes it takes months, years to realize that. But by then, we lost someone. We lost someone that was invested into us. And when we go out there, yes, we meet other people that invest as well. But maybe it was not the same connection, because everybody is unique, and you cannot replace people like you replace if your iPhone still working, but there is the new iPhone is coming out. And we live in this generation where when something is not right, it was a bit painful, okay, just leave it and replace it and take somebody else. And yes, that can work. That can work. But in my experience, I realized that the people that was in my life as a partner never left my heart. And it takes time to realize that. You always think of those people and realize that you could actually have made it work. You actually could have made it work, but the desire to think that the grass is greener to the other side was stronger in a time, and everybody are different. I haven't met a single person that is the same and love you the same and treat you the same. But when you love somebody, it doesn't stop. You may be able to move on and live your life, but this feeling and sometimes this attachment and the realization of what you had never goes away, at least for me. But where I completely cut it deep is when somebody mistreated me and neglected me. You will never think about those people again. I myself will cry for good men, to have lost a good man, and I will never get over it, despite I'll be with somebody else. But someone that did not fight for you, especially a man that did not fight for you as a woman, I will not have much memory or regret about that. So guys, if there's somebody that you still love out there, it's best if you just broke up with them or they broke up with you, that you stay silent and you reflect on investing and improving yourself and your life, because sometimes we have other problem going on with us and we project all of that in our partner. And take the time to be happy with you and then think about it again. But do not make the mistake to get straight away in contact with your ex and propose to be friends or get involved in no committed sex or anything, because that will destroy any chance, especially if you have neglected your partner. And I must say, it's really a message for people that have not take care of their partner, that have not respected their partner, that have caused some trust issue in the relationship over and over again, and that have not invested as much as good inside the relationship. So with this, I would like to thank you all for this time, and I hope the video was not too long. But I would like you also to comment, under there, and look at yourself of what is going on out there with the internet, and the documentation and article and video are very, very focused on advising dumpees than dumpers. And yes, I really wanted to make this message today. Okay, thank you so much guys, and see you again, and I'll catch you up on the next video. Thank you, bye.